2019 was an incredible year in the world of film, with some powerful indie projects, thrilling original works, excellent award season contenders, and of course all the big budget tentpole blockbusters. Trying to come up with this best of 2019 list was honestly a bit of a struggle, as I shifted around spots and re-evaluated some films from throughout 2019, as I considered their impact and staying power with me, while also considering their cultural impact and the themes that were covered. So if you do disagree with this list, don't stress. This is purely my own subjective list of the best films 2019 had to offer. So if there's a film you like that doesn't appear here, I can guarantee it was probably considered at some point, and I would be thrilled to hear what your best films of 2019 are in the comments section below. Because believe me, if you ask me about this list in a month, I'll probably have changed my mind again. If you do want my full ranking of films released in 2019, be sure to check the link to my Letterboxd account in the description below. The films in the top 10 have all been reviewed, whether it be here on the Mono Report channel or on another site like The Curb, so I will have links to those reviews in the description below. So without further ado, here are my honorable mentions for 2019. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Alita Battle Angel, Avengers Endgame, Dolomite Is My Name, Ford v Ferrari, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Jojo Rabbit, Coco A Red Dog Story, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and Jordan Peele's Us. Number 10, Knives Out. Rian Johnson's contemporary throwback to Agatha Christie whodunits like Murder on the Orient Express has one of the best performances of Daniel Craig's career with Benoit Blanc, the detective with the incredulous southern drawl. From the ensemble's incredible performances and different personalities to Rian Johnson's wonderfully witty and thought out script, which is absolutely packed full of twists and turns and a timely focus on American politics and the debate on immigration, Knives Out is a film that I'll be revisiting time and time again. Plus, it's an original crowd-pleasing blockbuster. Number 9, Godzilla King of the Monsters. This is my out of left field pick. I feel like most critics should have at least one out of left field pick in these lists, and while you may be questioning my credibility right now, Godzilla King of the Monsters was kind of my Avengers Endgame this year. I grew up watching the Showa era Godzilla films on VHS and fell in love with all the big cheesy kaiju battles and goofy characters. And while King of the Monsters doesn't exactly feature Shakespearean writing, it is unabashedly a love letter from director Michael Dougherty to movies like Mothra vs. Godzilla or Invasion of the Astro Monster, sharing the traits that those movies were known for, and that they knew exactly what they were and delivered on what fans wanted. Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra all shine in an adventure that contains big, fun, eye-catching spectacle with plenty of action and devotion to Godzilla himself, with the first appearance of Godzilla's main theme in an American Godzilla film. Plus, there's a green, eco-friendly message to boot. If this movie had been around when I was a kid, I would have lost my mind. I just love this film. Number 8, Uncut Gems. Josh and Benny Safdie have become a force in recent years. From their excellent thriller Good Time and now Uncut Gems, a movie that could very well earn Adam Sandler an Oscar nomination for his performance as Howard Ratner, a New York jewelry store owner with a gambling addiction. Uncut Gems is not a movie for everyone, with a confronting approach and intense pace that rarely lets up. Adam Sandler commits tremendously to a character who enacts despicable decisions on others through his gambling habits. And yet it's all absolutely riveting to watch. If you give Uncut Gems a chance, knowing fully well that you're getting Adam Sandler in a serious crime thriller, not one of his comedies, then you'll find a deeply introspective character piece that shows how disruptive gambling can be to a person's life. Number 7, Little Women. Greta Gerwig's Little Women is a sincere delight. I was a big fan of Lady Bird a couple of years ago, and so I couldn't wait for this adaptation of Louisa May Alcott's book. While it does have a contemporary flavor to it, with some welcome tweaks to the story, this is a pretty faithful adaptation. Little Women offers a genuine and wonderful look at maturing and the cruel consequences of social intolerance, while featuring some phenomenal performances from Saoirse Ronan and Timothée Chalamet, while Florence Pugh steals the show as the spoilt and energetic Amy. Little Women is both heartwarming and heartbreaking, forging another win for Greta Gerwig's career. Number 6, Joker. Here's a choice that definitely won't be controversial. Todd Phillips' Joker is a film that has stuck with me since I saw it, as a film that acts as a deconstruction of society's handling and attitude towards mental health, and a cautionary tale to how a figure like the Joker can form and rise up through oppression and trauma. I found it fascinating, not to mention Joaquin Phoenix's haunting and mesmerizing transformation into Arthur Fleck, who is riveting as this movie's unreliable narrator. Is it heavily influenced by the works of Martin Scorsese? Sure, but I could be here all day and pick out all the films that say Tarantino borrows from for his own movies. Joker is a film that'll resonate for years to come, and I am glad that we live in a time where Joker exists. Number 5, Ad Astra. James Gray's Ad Astra is a film that deeply resonated and connected with me, as a sci-fi reimagining of Heart of Darkness, while really being a story about fathers and sons. Ad Astra recognizes the notion of living in your father's shadow and offering an introspection into main character Roy's more introverted journey and his mental state state throughout the film. Yes, this is a gorgeous film set in space, with some beautiful IMAX vistas and sequences on the moon and in deep space, but Ad Astra is an extremely personal film that will either resonate with you through its themes and meditative approach to storytelling, or it simply won't, and that's completely fine. Number 4, 1917. This is a film that very well could have easily been another gimmicky one continuous take film, a gimmick that many would agree has become somewhat played out after films like Gravity and The Revenant. However, director Sam Mendes and cinematographer Roger Deakins make absolutely certain that this technique is used in service of the story and characters. From the get-go, you are immersed in the horrendous conditions that soldiers Blake and Schofield are forced to endure in World War I, as they make this seemingly impossible race against time to deliver a message to British forces. Powerful, endearing, and absolutely spellbinding, 1917 is a phenomenal achievement in filmmaking that captures the horror of war quite unlike any war film before it. Number 3, Parasite. Director Bong Joon-ho shook the film world this year with this unconventional, original, and thrilling experience that could only have come from his distinct auteurist voice. Parasite is comedic, heartbreaking, violent, and meaningful, as it presents a poor South Korean family taking advantage of a wealthy upper-class household through incredible uses of Hitchcockian-level suspense and tension. Parasite is a critical deconstruction of capitalism, elitism, and the upper class, all while managing fantastic entertainment value through a wonderful director's unique voice and style. Parasite is Bong Joon-ho's best film to date, showcasing a filmmaker willing to push boundaries while offering relevant and thoughtfully used commentary. Number 2, Marriage Story. I'm sure that many of you have seen the argument scene pop up on social media countless times. I am especially fond of the version dubbed with Mickey and Goofy's voices. That being said, Marriage Story remains as a film that challenges the perceived prominence of marriage in the modern age. It questions the notion of committing to a legally binding symbol of love. Director Noah Baumbach builds from his own personal experience to deliver a cathartic and deeply enriching film that develops its emotions with pitch-perfect authenticity. Both Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson deliver what are easily their best performances to date in a film that is highly dependent on how their emotions are conveyed throughout the film, often with very few cuts and scenes. This is a film that offers introspection and discussion on a deeply personal level, easily making it one of the best film experiences in 2019. And number 1, The Irishman. Finally, we have a film that I consider to be a masterwork, a melancholic farewell to a bygone era. With The Irishman, Martin Scorsese has crafted the ultimate revisionist gangster film, a movie that genuinely provides the sense that you've authentically lived a lifetime and experienced the decades-long journey of hitman Frank Sheeran after its epic 3.5-hour runtime. Scorsese deconstructs the lives of these violent and explosive men after they've disrupted the lives of countless families, all for what exactly? To be brutally murdered or lonely and forgotten about in a tired old nursing home. The Irishman is Scorsese at his most reflective and honest, bringing along gangster movie heavyweights Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci to issue a powerful farewell to a genre that has encouraged them to create and tell stories. The Irishman is a monumental achievement in filmmaking that has me riveted with each consecutive rewatch. This is an incredible piece of cinema and absolutely my number 1 film of 2019. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sure you all have your own opinions on the best films of 2019. This is purely my own subjective list, so be sure to leave your own rankings in the comments section below. Have a wonderful 2020 guys, and while I am retiring my worst of list, do look forward to my best of the 2010s list coming very soon. Guys, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, stay right here for your mono fix. Bye guys.